Welcome, internet world, to. Okay, I'm gonna title this video "Guns and Gadgets." There's a reason for it. Sorry, we have cat hair everywhere. I just rewatched a Guns and Gadgets video, and I had to re-like the video. This is YouTube's dishonesty. I don't know if I should title this YouTube's dishonesty, or if I should title it, oh, my neck, or if I should title it Guns and Gadgets. I'm going to title it Guns and Gadgets because it deals with a Guns and Gadgets video. This is a video, I don't remember which one. I don't know if I went back and looked because I already reliked it. But I have liked this video before. Okay, I have liked the video in the past, and this is a recent video of his. I don't recall what the guy's name is. Actually, he lives in the state right next to us. And I'm quite surprised that he is a cop in that state, because he seems to be a pretty good guy. And maybe I just have, the wrong attitude about Massachusetts. I don't know. But, when people from Massachusetts come up here to New Hampshire, the way they drive, and then they try... Anyway, I won't get into all that. So YouTube, I think Tim Pool over at Timcast, etc., I think he may have talked about this phenomenon in the past. But YouTube is being dishonest. Okay? They're taking votes away from videos, from certain videos, or taking votes away from videos from certain channels, or taking votes away from certain videos on certain topics. I know that Patriot Nurse, for example, once or twice I subscribe to her. I watch her videos. And only once or twice has she... John, come on, baby. Oh, this is one of the cats. This is John Boy. John, say hi to the world. Hey there, world. Say, I'm wanting to go outside and Daddy won't let me out. Yeah, is that you on the screen, John? Okay, there you go. So, Patriot Nurse, only once or twice has she even come up in my news feed. Or news feed, my, the feed of people I watch. And, this is YouTube censorship. Because they don't like certain ideas, they're going to censor. So, Guns and Gadgets, look, Guns and Gadgets, Patriot Nurse, Tim Pool, Timcast, whatever channel it is that, because he has more than one channel. YouTube is making those videos and channels less viewable. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but there are more people watching these videos, these channels, these topics, than YouTube is telling people, if that's the way to put it. Because how can you like a video and then that like not be there anymore? Okay, how? Why? I know why, because YouTube doesn't, the people over at YouTube, they don't like certain topics. They don't like certain subjects. Or they don't mind the subject as long as it's in agreement with their opinion. That's dishonest. Okay? If I owned or managed YouTube or Facebook or Yahoo or Google, let me tell you, I guarantee you I would not be doing the stuff that they do. I can adamantly disagree with a person and still support their ability, not just their right, but their ability to say what they want to say. Idiot Bernie Sanders. I totally disagree with that idiot, but I would not censor him. I would not add or subtract the number of views of his videos. I would not add or subtract up or down votes on his videos or his channels. I have no idea if he has a channel or multiple channels. Somebody like Bernie Sanders, I think, would probably have multiple channels. So, YouTube is not being honest, and that really irks me. And there was a point where I left Facebook, and I've commented, actually, Facebook recently, they have this ad talking about making it safer to be on Facebook. Well, I happen to get Guns and Gadgets post. I don't remember if I liked or subscribed or whatever to Guns and Gadgets on Facebook. So, sometimes, to be honest, I have to look at his Facebook post in order to know what he has posted on YouTube. And that's just wrong. And I can go to Guns and Gadgets channel, I can go to Tim Pool's channel, I can go to other channels, and like some of the new videos, it takes time. You have to go way back to, basically you have to look deep into the channel to find new videos. They are hidden. YouTube hides them. You look at comments. I've noticed that on comments, you might have on some videos on some channels a comment from 10 years ago that's on the top, and you scroll way down and you'll find a comment from today or a comment from last week. I'm like, that's not honest on YouTube's part. And but because it was a Guns and Gadgets video that I saw, well, I've watched the video more than once, but I am in an argument with one of my stepsons over the issue, who actually, he doesn't live in the same state again, no disrespect to you, I don't remember your name, that's why I'm not referring to you by name. But this particular stepson lives in another state that's right next to us, but not Mass. But the state he lives in has even more gun control, and the video that I was sharing actually dealt with the red flag law over in Vermont. And of course, he still doesn't seem to believe me, because I told him Trump administration banned bump stocks. He said BS. I said, well, here I gave him some sources of information. He said, I told him Trump supports red flag laws. He said BS. I said, okay, well, here are the facts. I gave him links, and I don't know if he's going to bother reading them, because to me, a person who simply says BS and doesn't look at information, those generally are SJWs and not people I would consider conservative. And so I don't know if he's going to actually look at those at the links that I provided him or not. I have a feeling he's not. But I don't just believe something. I need facts to back things up. And let me say, I was a member of the San Antonio College Young Democrats back in the 80s, 90s, something like that. That was a long time ago, and I that's when I learned how dishonest people in the media really can be, because I was interviewed by the school newspaper, and what I said and what they printed weren't exactly the same thing. So, and then I'm a big supporter of Irish unification, of taking the English out of the occupied counties in Ireland. And I remember back in the 80s, 90s when there was so much going on over there, and I saw, I knew things. Actually, I need to get over to the stove because I have some beans boiling. I knew about what was going on over there, and then I looked at what the media was saying about what was going on. I'm like, you guys are a bunch of lying sacks of you-know-what. And then Texas now has red flag laws. People consider Texas a very conservative state. Let me tell you, I lived there for 44 years. Texas is a long way from being all that conservative. Yes, there are a lot of conservatives in Texas, but they'll vote Republican. Okay, even if the Republicans do exactly the opposite of what they say they're going to do, yet they'll still vote that way. And I've had arguments with people on YouTube and Facebook saying, look, I'm not going to vote for gun control. I refuse to vote for anybody who supports abortion or gun control. Okay, I'm an atheist, and I'm more pro-life than a lot of Christians are. My wife is definitely to the left of me, and we don't fight over this. Not everybody on the left is bad, but she's pro-life. My wife is pro-life. My late wife, my first wife, she was pro-life. My first wife was definitely a Christian. I'm an atheist. I've been an atheist, since I was probably an atheist. I was an atheist before I actually admitted to myself that I'm an atheist. I would consider my current wife agnostic. My first wife, she was definitely a Christian. I mean, we had a wedding in a church. It doesn't bother me having a wedding in a church. It doesn't hurt me going to a church. It doesn't. There are a lot of atheists who will not do that. Of course, if you use that capital A in atheism, I have a problem with that, because I just happen not to believe in deities and the supernatural. I just don't believe in it. But I don't hate on people that do. Yeah, I have a real problem with the so-called new atheists, because they make it a religion. Dr. I'm going to get his name wrong, Balajian. He and some of his colleagues did a thing where they submitted nonsensical articles to scientific journals, and they got them published. And this guy's on, Dr. Balajian or whatever his name is, he's on the left, but he'll sit down and have a conversation with people. I will sit down and have a conversation with people. I'm libertarian. Probably getting more on the side of conservative libertarian than, and not lowercase libertarian. I don't support any political party. I don't think parties should exist. I think every candidate should run on their own words and record, not just what they say, but what they do. Anybody can say anything. Trump says all sorts of things. Trump says we're never going to get rid of the Second Amendment, yet then he does the red flag laws and the bump stock ban. That's getting rid of the Second Amendment. So, Trump says pro-life, yet the Republicans, for the first 2 years of the Trump administration, had a majority in both houses of Congress, and they held the White House, and all they did was talk about defunding Planned Parenthood. Think about that. And like I said, my wife in the other room, I consider her to be on the left, yet she's pro-life, which I'm glad, because I know that's, I don't want to have an argument on it. She and I disagree on guns, but we don't beat each other over the head about it. We don't act like Antifa. Let me also say this. I am from Franco, Spain. And I think I know a thing or two about what fascism is. And, you know, when I see Antifa, BAM, and BLM and other groups out there, they're the ones acting like the fascist. You know, they're the ones acting like the freaking fascist. But anyway, that's all I have to say. YouTube, I don't trust you or Facebook.